Today, the moon is in Virgo for the third day in a row. And so, as we've gone through this transition from 2023 to 2024, the moon has been in Virgo, helping us clean and clear and fix things and attend to details so that we are thinking about planting the seeds of what we want for 2024, are setting our intentions for the coming year. I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, January 2nd. And so we're looking today at another dimension of Virgo, and that is how it can bring in a critical voice. So, what do you do with that critical voice when it shows up? Do you have a critical voice or some chatter in your head, a little internal dialogue that says you're not good enough, you'll never finish this, you're never going to be measuring up, whatever it is that you might be critical about, or that you might have that internal critical voice, internalized critical voice about. So today we're going to be looking at what you can do with that critical voice, how to give it a job so that it doesn't drag you down. So here we are, second day of 2024. We are off to a great start. Mercury stationed direct last night. So Mercury stationing direct on New Year's Day. And that energy of that Mercury station is still very active today. Mercury slowing down, hovering at its furthest retrograde point to shift directions and begin going direct again. And so with the Mercury station, we have heightened Mercury energy, and that can also contribute to critical thinking, to a little bit of obsession, or that might be an extreme word, but obsessing over thoughts or reviewing or rehashing thoughts in your mind, or getting stuck, right? So it's kind of like that Mercury energy is the energy of our mind moving. And so when Mercury stations, the mind kind of gets stuck, it stops moving, but it's very focused on something mental. And so we have that heightened mental energy going on right now. Good time to focus on writing, planning, putting things into words, brainstorming, journaling, communicating, having some conversations. But you might find that energies are getting stuck. And so when it gets stuck, we have that tendency to go, oh, there must be something wrong, it's not working, the critical voice comes in and says, I'm not good enough to make this the way it should be. So what do we do when that happens? First of all, just like if there was a child in your life who was, not getting things right just yet, maybe still learning, maybe hasn't mastered some of the ways of regulating their emotions, or figuring out how to ride a bike, or whatever, maybe their spelling isn't perfect yet, right? So we give that child patience. We recognize that it is a process, and we might say to the child, great job, you're really working on this, I can see that you're really learning, and and yeah, sometimes it takes time, but it's coming along, you're doing great. So let's think about that when we hear our own critical voice in our minds. Great job. You're really doing it. Look at that. You're working on it. You're trying, you're putting in the effort, and you are learning. It is a process. You're in the middle of that process. And just because you're at a point that feels frustrating right now doesn't mean it won't move, or it won't go where you want it to go, or it won't get completed, or it won't be, the perfect version of whatever you think it should be. So in other words, those were all negatives, but of course, we are on the path. What if you're on the path to perfection? What if this is one step in that journey that is going exactly where you need to be, where you want to be? So cut yourself some slack. So when you hear that critical voice, you can say to yourself, wow, there's that critical voice. Isn't that interesting? I wonder why it thinks that, because it's not true, right? Whatever, whatever conclusion your critical voice has made is not true, because there is no general truth about your worthiness, because you are inherently worthy and you are inherently learning and growing, because you are human, and this is what the process looks like. So just catch yourself in, if you have those moments. Maybe you don't have them, that's great. Maybe you're always patient and kind with yourself. That's great too. But if you ever have those moments where you need to remember to be patient and kind with yourself, cut yourself some slack the same way you would a child who is learning and on that journey of getting where they're going, because that's what you are doing. So that's one more piece of the Virgo energy, and a great way to redirect any negative thinks any negative thinking or thoughts that you may have as we take our first baby steps into 2024. And so remembering that you are on the path, it is a journey. 2024 has 365 days. You don't know what the rest are going to bring. And so you might as well enjoy the moment now. And then later today, late afternoon, US Pacific time, the moon goes into Libra, where we shift into that focus on relationships and collaborations and partnerships, and where we might need to connect with another human being to check our thinking or reflect something back, or just experience the power of being in a duo, of having another mind and heart to share something with. So, so as we shift into that Libra energy, we'll be shifting more into the air sign of Libra, and thinking about balance, as well as what we need to communicate, and how we need to balance our own thinking. And and then Mercury's going to continue to move direct, slowly at first, picking up speed over time. And Mercury, of course, is it's the ruler of Virgo. And so it also helps us get detailed and do some critical thinking. But of course, critical thinking doesn't have to be self-critical. It gets to see where things can be improved upon, work on something, fine tune it, get it just right. And so that is what that Mercury energy can contribute to the third day here in a row of the Virgo moon. So thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Ormes, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. Happy New Year to all of you. And it's a great time to book time with me. Like I said, my rates for working one-on-one in a session with me, or a package of sessions, are going to be going up. I'm working on it. I don't know when it will happen, but we still have the old rates as of today, probably for the next few days. So go ahead and check it out at astrologyheals.com if you've been considering getting this gift for yourself to dive deep into your chart. Support you in accessing some of your soul's deeper truths, and unpacking some of the life puzzles. I think there was just a lovely comment on a recent video about from a client sharing how the session with me helped her to sort out some of her life puzzles. So maybe that is going to be helpful for you. Check it out at astrologyheals.com. I'm Marina Ormes, and I'm here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.